My name is Kara and I bike Ketchikan. I've been riding bike in Ketchikan since I got here in 2002, so about 10 years. So I had just moved here as a seasonal employee of the Forest Service and just wanted to get around town. This was before I decided to stay here for the year. So I think I got that bike. It was this old yellow Schwinn. I don't know how old, but pretty classic old yellow Schwinn. And then I lost it because I went to go hike up Deer Mountain. So I brought it to the base of Deer Mountain and I stashed it in the woods. And then I went for a hike pretty much all day. And I came back down and someone had stolen it from my little stash spot at the bottom of the mountain. So it probably ended up in one of the creeks because that's where stolen bikes go to die, in Ketchikan. It seems like people think it's a much more difficult or hardcore or amazing thing to do. When I was in my 20s and I first moved here, I had a job where I'd have to go and a lot of times had meetings with people who were quite a bit older than I was and maybe more professional than I was, and I'd still show up on my bike and I'd be dressed up in I may be young, but I'm professional, damn it, outfit, and you might have your nice clothes on and your rain gear over the top, but when you go up a hill to the high school, you're still gonna unveil and you're gonna just be sweat. It's so I tried. It's all about wearing the right outerwear, which just means waterproof. It doesn't have to be expensive. The rain pants that I've wore for a long time were just cheap plasticky rain pants that I got from Tongass, and they were too long, so I just cut them off myself. And they'd last 6 months, but they were only $10. So just having stuff that you can pull on easily that's really waterproof. And then fenders, absolutely. If you don't have fenders on your bike, you're not going to enjoy it at all. Just making yourself super visible, just as visible as you can. So my rain jacket's bright red, and my rain pants are safety yellow, and I have a blinking light, of course, for the back of my helmet. I don't think that there'll be really that much growth of biking in Ketchikan until there's a decent shop. We don't have a bike shop, really. I mean, we have a place that sells bikes and sells some bicycle hardware. I don't know, I've never been able to get anyone to do any servicing on my bike. A lot of Ketchikan's gonna be pretty hard to make more bike friendly, just because of the lack of space for making wider shoulders. I don't know who does this, and I have never experienced it down south, when a car will drive by and someone will yell at you out the window to try and scare you deliberately. And I don't know if people do that down south, but yeah, I don't get used to it, so I still jump and think I almost died, and so I hate that. I would say recreationally, I really enjoy the bike path, going from the Coast Guard base and then riding all the way down. I love to ride to Herring Cove. I think 2 years ago, I was riding from my office and I was going to the Pioneer home. I got hit by a car door as I was going past a parked car, and I got pretty lucky. I mean, I didn't get really badly hurt, and my bike didn't get totally screwed up. I had a couple things to fix. I ached in a few places for quite a few months. It was really fortunate that I was on my way to the Pioneer home, because I got back on my bike. It wasn't so bad that I couldn't ride, and my bike was still okay. So I just rode the rest of the way to the Pioneer home, and then walked in and went up and found one of the nurses, and they patched me up. So it was a pretty fortunate place to be heading when you get in a wreck. I just like being able to see what's going on in the world. I like the interactive side of riding a bike. So cars, I think, are really isolating. You don't interact with the world around you, except for mostly in negative ways. And so the bike, you're seen and you see people and you interact with them, and I just like it. I like that side of biking. I think the more people you have riding bikes on the road, the better.